Hey guys, Fernando here and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video guys, I'm going to be talking about something a little bit different than what I usually post on my YouTube channel. Now this is a little bit weird, but I'm going to be telling you a story that's been going on through my life for the last couple of years. So I kind of wanted to share with you guys. Now the story that I'm going to be sharing with you is how I got my mother pregnant. Now this story is a little bit difficult for me to actually explain. I have a really hard time actually telling people this, and you know, if you guys can do me a huge favor by dropping some support, by leaving a like on the video, it really does help me out a lot. And you know, since I'm going to be sharing a very personal story with you guys, I'll love it if you guys can, you know, leave me a like or, you know, leave me some feedback to cheer me up a little bit, because it does get me a little bit depressed by explaining this story to other people, because a lot of people are very judgmental, and yeah, you know. But anyways, I'm gonna continue on with the story, so let's begin. I was 12 years old when my mom and dad got divorced. They were a very complicated couple. They usually fight a lot in public and argue along other people, and you know, things didn't really go out of the best of their ability towards their relationship. So of course, I kind of seen this coming when I was younger. So moving on, my dad did remarried this woman who is a blonde 25-year-old, and I have to say she is very attractive. I mean, that this lady right here, in my opinion, she's a 10 out of 10. She can pass for a Victoria's Secret supermodel. She has a very nice big chest and, you know, a nice round butt. And you know, I was very young at the time. I was about 13 years old, somewhere around there. But you know, I somewhat had a crush on her because, you know, I'm going through puberty and my hormones are running around going crazy. So that's why I felt the way I did back then. So years go by and I'm now 18. My dad's 44 and my stepmom is now 31, and she still hadn't lost her figure at all. I mean, this woman's body is still going strong. She's still looking like a model, and I'm still, you know, attracted to it. When I was about 14, you know, back in the past, my dad got a new job. I was happy for him, but in the same time, I was also depressed. I didn't really see him that often, and it was always me and my stepmom together. My dad's job took him out of town a lot because of all the business trips he was attending, and he was gone about 3 to 4 times a week, which kind of sucked. And I know my dad has been cheating on her too, and you know, since my dad is always gone or going around the world because of his business trips, he of course seen a lot of women throughout his past during his job career, which kind of sucked. And me and my stepmom knew, but you know, my stepmom loved him so much and she couldn't actually help it. She wanted to stay with him forever, and my dad's just going around cheating on her, which I hated a lot, but I can't really do nothing about it. It's his life, it's his relationship. I'm just gonna be here and just watch him destroy something so precious. Anyways, me and my stepmom have always had a good relationship. She was a really cool woman. She understood me a lot and helped me out through all the troubles I was having going through my life with my father and their relationship and school and my struggles. And you know, she's always been there for me. One night a few months ago, my little sister was, you know, fast asleep, and me and my stepmom were watching TV. She got up and I thought it was about time I get ready for bed. So about 15 minutes later, I went to go get in the shower. And when I was in the shower, she sat on the couch again, but this time she was in her bra and panties watching TV. The reason why I noticed was because I could see her through the reflection of my mirror through my bathroom, because my bathroom is placed in a really weird position, and also the mirror, so that's why I can kind of see what's going on through the living room from the reflection of the bathroom. When I went back in the room where she was, when I saw her, we made eye contact, and I just turned around and went back to bed when I saw her half naked in the living room. Anyways, the next day I slept in, and when I woke up, I was in the kitchen making waffles, you know, for breakfast. And when I looked out the window, I did see my stepmom in the pool with her top off, but I just pretended that I didn't see her. Anyways, that night she was making dinner and my sister was in the other room. We were talking in the kitchen and she bent over to clean up some spilled spaghetti that she purposely fell on the floor. And when she was bending down, she was, you know, pointing her butt towards the direction of my eyes, for I can, you know, I can look at it and stuff. And I gotta say, her butt is amazing, I can't really lie. Even though that's my stepmom, I can't really help it. I'm young, my hormones are going crazy, and my mom's, stepmom butt is just going wild in my eyes. Anyways, when she started to turn around, I did act like I didn't see anything, and I just ate my dinner. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But moving on, it happened a couple of months ago, another event. We were supposed to spend a couple of days at our vacation house near the beach, but my dad was delayed because of work once again. So it was just me and my stepmother alone for a whole day. We took the time to catch up. I asked how things were going with my dad, and she told me he's been working all the time and barely even notices her anymore, which, knowing my dad, didn't come as much of a shock. And I could tell that she was trying to hold back the tears. She looked like she was about to cry, her face was turning red, and it just made me a little bit uncomfortable seeing the person that I love, going through all this trouble with her life, and I'm just sitting there, depressed, sad. But I just told her to get it all out, and I held her in my arms while she was just crying on my shoulders. All the while, I had to repress my own tears, as seeing her in that state just broke my heart. So I took her to the bedroom to clean her up afterwards. She had stopped crying, but I could see she was still kinda upset. So I sat down beside her and started rubbing her arms and kissing her on the cheek. Honestly, I didn't have any second intentions. I was just trying to make her feel a bit better, to reassure her, to show her at least someone cared about her. And then she started kissing me back. I was really confused and shocked at the same time, but I couldn't help myself. I was joining in with her. We were kissing, we were like touching each other. She was rubbing on my back. We were making out, and then one thing led to another. And then, next thing I knew, we were naked under the bed sheets, making love. It lasted about the whole night. We were going at it. Things were getting intense. I was basically giving my stepmom the needed support and love that my father wasn't showing her for the last couple of years. And then, after that, I don't know, it's kind of weird, honestly. I feel bad, I feel really guilty about it. Look, I know what I did was wrong. I do feel guilty about it, but for my dad, honestly, he doesn't deserve her. My stepmom did so much for me and him. I don't know how I would have survived my teen years without her. She's a wonderful woman. She deserves someone who actually gives a damn. There's not even that big of an age difference between me and her. I guess that's why we always got along so well. I never really looked at her as my stepmother, but more of a caring older sister type. I only told this to two people, my best friend John and Mikey, and they both looked at me like I just told them I devoured an infant. John even outright called me a freak and hasn't talked to me since I told them. So continuing on, we were all back home. Everything was going good for the last couple of weeks. Everything was normal. And then I couldn't forget this Sunday morning. I was just watching TV, eating my cereal, and then my stepmom came in the room. I was kind of confused, didn't really think anything of it. And she sat down with me on the couch, and I was like, hey, what's up, what's going on? And then she looked at me weird, and she was like, I'm pregnant. At that moment, my heart stopped. I was like, what? Are you serious? I was so shocked, like I couldn't stop, moving. My heart was racing super fast. My skin was getting hard. I was getting pale. Everything was like going so fast, and I couldn't believe what I just done is finally catching up to me. So now I know that my stepmother is pregnant. Things are going a little bit bad for me. I don't know what I was doing. Maybe I shouldn't have done it. But anyways, I told my father. He got mad. He threw me out the house. And then my stepmother came with me. And they basically, broke up after that. I haven't talked to my father since. But now, it's just me and my stepmom living together. And you're probably asking yourself, What exactly is gonna happen to this baby that your stepmom is carrying? Well, I thought about it. A lot of people probably agree or disagree with me, but I'm gonna keep the baby. I did take the responsibility in doing the stuff I did with my stepmom, so I'm gonna be a man and own up, take care of this child. I know what I did was wrong, but I'm not gonna take the life of another person just because of my mistake. I'm gonna own up to what I did, and I'm gonna raise this child as if it's one of my own. Hopefully, one day I'll tell this story to my child, to my kid, but for now, you and a couple of other people that now are not even talking to me no more know this story. So yeah, that pretty much wraps the story right there. And I do hope that you guys learn something or two from this. Learn from my mistake. Don't do none of the stuff I did. And yeah, but with that being said, I'm gonna raise this baby. I will take responsibility, and things will change throughout now. I do hope that you guys enjoyed listening to my little story. And with that being said, I'm gonna bid you guys a farewell.